every journey starts with small steps, and the path to success is never smooth. It's always full of hurdles, full of obstacles. It requires a lot of not only your own willpower, not only your own determination, but the blessings of all your well-wishers, and nothing less than God's blessing. God takes you through that path, and spending 5 years in CBI, getting one promotion within a span of 4 years, well settled, but then taking a step of resigning from CBI, because I would like to share that moment when I took that vital decision, which turned out to be a turning point for my life. Unexpectedly. In fact, I appeared before then director of CBI, I won't name him, he's no more, God bless his soul. I said, sir, this is going to be my only chance, last chance. He said, why don't you resign and go? I said, okay, sir. I saluted him. It was Sardar Patel Bhavan in his office. Came out and put a paper on his typewriter, that old type. And I typed it myself, signed it, and then again sought his permission to enter the room. He said, no, what now? I said, sir, my resignation. For a moment he was surprised and a little taken aback, but then he said, okay, go to your branch and give it to your SP. Okay, sir, I saluted him. By the time he had spoken to my superintendent of police, who was my boss, he said, kya hai ye? Kaun hai ye? Just threw resignation on my face and left. So when I reached my office, a very dynamic officer, 1969 batch IPS. Later on, he became DG of ITBP. Yeah, again, is Sardarji, of course. When I entered the office, I was called by the SP, बुला रहे हैं साहब, SP साहब. And I went inside, ओए, पागल है तुम? कोई ऐसे रिजाइन करता है? सर, अब कर दिया तो कर दिया. Now there's no looking back. Let me see what destiny has in store for me. And friends, luckily for me, the age limit for that particular year was raised from 26 to 28, and I got one chance. And that was all. I put every effort, of course, support from family, support from friends, support from, and a lot of critical comments from almost everybody. Ye pagal hai. I said, okay. But I studied, put in almost 18 hours a day. And I opened a furniture shop in Delhi. I worked on a printing press, the old handle wali. I operated that machine for 8 hours. And then, in my first and the only attempt, cleared, got 89th rank. The night the results were announced, the whole night I was getting calls from all my near and dear ones saying, हमें तो पहले पता था. मैंने कहा, अच्छा भाई, ठीक है. आपकी मेहरबानी, आपकी दुआएं, आपकी blessings, पर ठीक है. And that again, it changed your life. But then I said, okay, I got another opportunity. 15 years in one office as an IAS officer, resident commissioner in Tamil Nadu House. I belong to Tamil Nadu cadre. Again, God gifted. But I utilized that time. I said, no, let me fill up those gaps. Because when I appeared in civil services, I didn't have a law degree. But I had a passion for law during my tenure in CBI. And I opted for law as my optional subject in both prelims as well as mains. And that's the subject which saw me through. So I said, okay, let me first get the law degree. But before that, I did my MBA from IAFT, 3 years, full MBA. Then I did 3 years LL.B from Delhi University Law Center, 2 evening classes. Then I said, nahi, specialization hona zaruri hai. So I joined LL.M in ILI, 3 years. Ours was the last batch for 3 years course. Cleared that. Simultaneously, I did Masters of Business Laws from National Law School, Bangalore. 2 year master's course which I completed in 1 year. 10 papers, मैंने कहा देके खत्म करो. I was seemed to be in a hurry, so I did all together 5 masters. When I got my chief secretary scale, that's the apex scale in 2018, I thought now pension तो उतनी मिलेगी 7 महीने पहले चलते हैं. Let's start exploring something different. So I set up a ADR center in Gurgaon, which my son is now handling his LL.M ADR from OP Jindal. So I started conducting mediation courses with international accreditation from CIMI and IMI and CMC UK. I got a tie-up with a UK law firm. Then suddenly that passion, वो कहते हैं कि अंदर का कीड़ा नहीं जाता पढ़ाने का. So I said, nahi, let me pass on whatever I have gained in 40 years of my journey, starting from sub-inspector to additional chief secretary, and the academic qualification. Let me pass on this pattern to the next generation. So I set up a coaching institute. I don't call it a coaching institute, I call it as a guidance center, mentorship. And I guide them myself. I conduct all the classes myself every evening, 5 days a week, 4:30 to 6:30, both online and offline. Each and every topic with PPTs. Even during pandemic when there was lockdown, with the help of my son, I set up a studio in my residence and classes, not even a single class any student missed out. Up, students started demanding, I asked many students, why don't you opt for law as a subject? Even those who have got law degrees, legal background, they are not opting. सब ना तो अच्छे टीचर हैं ना ही अच्छा मटेरियल है. मैं यार ये मटेरियल वाली बात कुछ थोड़ी सी वो लग रही है. Let me start writing what I teach in the class. So the same kind of language. I put my team. I'm really proud of my team. I'll introduce you to my associates also, who work day and night in bringing this book out. So I'll take you quickly through this, some of the salient features of the book, and then we'll invite the dignitaries to say a few words. So can I? The first thing is it's a first ever comprehensive book covering the entire syllabus of civil services on constitutional and administrative law. Constitutional and administrative law is the first part of paper 1. Second part is international law, and then in paper 2 we have law of crimes, law of torts, law of contract and mercantile law, and there are 8 contemporary topics. So my other 4 books are in the process, which will be covering the entire syllabus of the civil services. So for that I need blessings of all my well-wishers, my seniors, as Dr. Pradeep said, the God of law, Justice Thakur himself is here to bless me. I am so fortunate. So the first feature, the next feature is, it has got 16 topics covering the entire syllabus as per the UPSC, the listing out of topics. Yeah, next please. I have tried to make it as simple and as understandable as possible. so that even a student who is not preparing for civil services can understand the contents of the book, concepts, the basics. You know, when I start teaching in the class, I asked only one question, whether even if a LL.M student is sitting in front of me, the first thing I asked is, what is law? मुझे नहीं आता, आप मुझे बताइए. And if I teach constitutional law, I always ask them, what is constitution? क्या होता क्या constitution? Then, you know, I have seen most of the students fumbling on that. And it's so simple, it constitutes the nation. It constitutes what kind of governance we want. What is the structure of governance? What is the objective of? No, everything is laid down in preamble, reflection of the entire constitution. So this is the kind of, you know, simplified concepts I have put. Next, please. Now this will be helpful to, hopefully, because of the simplicity of the concepts, should be helpful to the basic law students, LL.B, LL.M, and also for judicial services. I have seen students aspirants who are, if we go to a law college and we ask, "Bhai, kya karna chahte ho law ke baad?" I tell you, 70 to 80% will say judiciary. Very few will say civil service. पता नहीं क्या डर बैठा हुआ है, कैसा वो है. But anyway, I want to remove that डर from their mind. But anyway, this book will be helpful to those aspirants also who aspire to become the judicial officers. Yes, please. Now, I have covered almost for each and every topic 40 years plus previous year's questions, starting from 1980s. You can see the question, the year, the number, and there are hints. He need not search for the answer in the book. He can simply go to that paragraph and get the, the relevant material, reading material. Yeah. Next, please. Now, to make the things more simplified and understandable, I have given the video link for each question, most of the questions. For that, you have to simply go to our website, and you can see, you can open the website, then, go to the relevant paper law optional tab, click on this book, and yeah. So you will get you will get a link where you will have to fill up your just few details like contact details, that's all. Login, that is. Yep. And you don't have to pay anything, simply log into that. And yeah, then you have to put a code which is given in the book itself. So anybody can get that code, and even if you don't purchase or don't own that book, you have access to the code, you can go to this. The video will be visible in my course. All the videos will be listed like this, links. Put on the link, and whichever video you want to see, and you will be seeing my face like this in the classroom, how I teach. It will be a duration of 5 to 10 minutes, covering that particular question. So friends, thank you very much for your patience, and hope I'll get your blessings, not only for my this endeavor, but for my future endeavors too. Thank you very much.